Coming up, juveniles line up in the slop for the Black Gold Lads and Lassies Championships at Will Rogers Downs. Plus, Charlie's Fury leaves the competition behind in the OQHRA Fall Classic. Thanks for joining us on the Wrap-Up. Fresh off a competitive fourth in the Grade 1 Bank of America Challenge Championship, Charlie's Fury was 1-2 in the OQHRA Fall Classic at Will Rogers Downs. It's for 3-year-olds and up at 400 yards.
And they're off in the fourth. Dynasty Cartel off slow. Down the stretch, that's Charlie's Fury in the blue in the lead. To his outside, that's JK Wildcard Red. Hooked on a win in the pink, making a bid. Less than 70 yards to come, and it's going to be Charlie's Fury in front.
Never a doubt here as Charlie's Fury leads every jump under Augustine Silva, topping JK Wildcat Red and hooked on a win. Now a 2-time stakes winner with 6 career victories and a bankroll of $263,000. Charlie's Fury is an Oklahoma-bred gelding by Fury of the Wind from the mare Jess Charlena. He races for his breeders Tom and Kathleen McNally. Michelle Hurdle, the trainer. The time on the sloppy surface, 19.533 seconds. Also on that November 14th program, the Lads division of the Black Gold 400 Championship Futurity, and the top qualifier is 7. This is a win machine by Kiss My Hawks, who enters the Black Gold with 5 wins and 7 tries, including a drawing out score on trial day under Cody Smith, who rides again here. 7 has post 6 as the 8-5 second choice. In April, I Work For You rallied hard to win the restricted Grade 1 Remington Park Futurity by a whisker. Later victorious in the All-American Invitational, I Work For You dispatched his trial field in the second best time and reunites with James Flores here as the even money favorite. After a rocky start to his campaign, nothing seems to faze BP My Southern Dynasty these days. A qualifier to the Heritage Place and OHA Mystery Futurities, he goes postward for the 11th time here, and again teams with Rolando Rodales.
And they're off in the 7th. Good start. Shaky broke well in the blue, but on this outside is BP My Southern Dynasty. To the outside, that's I Work For You in the center of the track. If I'm lying, I'm dying. But BP Southern Dynasty still has the lead, but here comes I Work For You on the outside, and at the wire, it's I Work For You.
This makes 3 in a row for I Work For You. After a jostle at the start, jockey James Flores is able to just be along for the ride in this $178,000 race.
He has so much heart, and he just gives it his all every time, and he just runs 110%. And I just did my best to help him stay away from trouble and not give him any trouble. I stayed out of his way. Horse just made me look like I knew what I was doing.
Bred in Oklahoma by Jose Acosta, I Work For You is a gelding by Corona's Leaving You. From the mare I Love It, now 6 for 8 with earnings exceeding $539,000. I Work For You is trained by Edelmiro Carrizales for owner Jose Guzman. In a blanket finish for second, O'Donovan Rosa took second money with BP My Southern Dynasty third. The winner's time for 400 yards, 19.818 seconds.
The Wrap-Up on Raceview Network is sponsored by Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association and by American Quarter Horse Association.
Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association encourages the breeding and ownership of Oklahoma-bred horses, promotes and protects racing opportunities in the state, and represents our members' interest at the state capitol. Learn more at oqhra.com.
At Will Rogers Downs, fillies took their turn in the Black Gold Lassies Championship. In a wide-open contest, Sweet Candy Jewel is the 5-2 second choice off a driving trial win from the inside that produced 3 of the 4 best clockings. James Flores rides her for the first time since the Remington meeting from post 2. 3-1 third choice Paint Me Trace hails from the Clint Crawford stable, and and this Iowa bred enters the Lassie with the second best trial time from a commanding debut over the local surface. She led all the way in the trial and has taken 3 of her 4 tries, with the lone defeat a 4th in the Rainbow Juvenile in July. Jorge Torres rides. La Ventaja ran 3rd to Sweet Candy Jewel in that fast trial and offers jockey Justine Claver her first stakes mount since winning aboard Apolitical Gold in the Golden State Million at Los Alamitos, the first 7-figure win by a female jockey in Los Al history. The slight favorite at 5-2 is Cindy Does It Again. Second to Sweet Candy Jewel on trial day, Cindy Does It Again is an Eddie Willis trained filly ridden by Jimmy Brooks. Runner-up in the Oklahoma Horsemen's Association Mystery Futurity at Will Rogers. She has post 10 for this final.
And they're off in the 6th. Paint Me Trace broke well in the yellow. Drifts out into the middle of the track. That's Sweet Candy Jewel in a nice straight line, putting a head out in front to the inside on the rail is Saturday Night Secret. Less than 100 yards to go. It's Paint Me Trace and Sweet Candy Jewel at the wire. It is Paint Me Trace in front.
She used a lot of the racetrack drifting out, but Paint Me Trace leads all the way to win the Black Gold Lassies Championship over Sweet Candy Jewel, with Saturday Night Secret another length and a half back in 3rd. Trained by Clint Crawford for owner-breeder Summerhill Farm, LLC. Paint Me Trace is an Iowa-bred Trace Sace filly from the mare Paint Me Anywhere. Paint Me Trace is off to a great start in her career, having won 4 of 5 with a bankroll of nearly $117,000. Crawford talks about how she stayed calm in the gate.
You know, I was a little worried because they were having trouble with the 3-horse in there, and she was standing really quiet, but they did a good job with her at the gate, got her way in front. And she drifted out down here on the end a little bit, but, you know, she finished strong, so she did what we thought she could do.
Crawford also indicated some concern about the sloppy conditions.
Tiptoeing around in the paddock over there, it's pretty sloppy over there. I was like, oh, this isn't a good sign, but she did okay with it.
The time for 400 yards, 19.797 seconds.
Hello, I'm Selena Molina, singer, actress, animal lover, and racehorse owner. Few things give me greater joy than to watch them do what they truly love, to compete at the racetrack. And like thousands of other quarter horse owners, I respect and love my horses and give them the best of care. They're like family. Come see the world's fastest athletes at a racetrack near you. I might just see you there.
Raceview Network congratulates the leaders of the 2020 Quarter Horse meeting at Will Rogers Downs. Honors for the top owner by number of quarter horse wins is Felipe Morales Martinez, who made 6 trips to the winner's circle from 13 total starts. Jose Guzman was atop the standings in Money Won with $117,000 plus in earnings. Among trainers, Clint Crawford and Eddie Willis tied for the top spot by number of quarter horse victories with 17 each. However, Crawford prevailed in the earnings category by bankrolling more than $270,000. Daniel Torres topped the quarter horse jockey standings in both categories, total number of victories and earnings. Torres had 31 wins this fall while amassing upwards of $338,000 in purse money. Will Rogers Downs' horse of the meeting is Just My Hawks. The 3-year-old went 2 for 2 this fall while earning north of $21,000, having won his trial and the final of the WRD Derby Challenge. Trained by Michelle Hurdle for owners Tom and Kathleen McNally, Just My Hawks was ridden by Mario Delgado. His success in the Racing Challenge continued on to Albuquerque, where he took the Grade 3 $151,000 Ataclan Derby Challenge Championship. The Wrap-Up on Raceview Network is sponsored by American Quarter Horse Association and by Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association.
Stay on top of our latest content by joining our social media family. Like us on Facebook. follow at Raceview Network on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is Jim Byers. Thanks for watching the Wrap-Up.